Hello students, welcome to my class. Today I am going to start a new chapter from the book Snapshot for the students of class 11. The name of the chapter is The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse by William Sarwar. Now, what is this story, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse, all about? It's all about passion and how far people can go when it comes to fulfilling their longing, their desires, their yearning, you can say. Now, in this story, we are going to read about the passion of two boys, young boys they were, and their passion was to ride a horse. And what these two boys did in order to fulfill their wish to ride a horse, because you can ride a horse if you have a horse of your own, which is a very expensive matter. It's not possible for everyone to purchase a horse because it costs a lot. And another is you can hire a horse and you can practice horse riding. But these two boys did something which was beyond, you can say, imagination. And as such, the story is not so adventurous. You might feel, as you read the story, you will understand it is, we cannot say that it's full of adventure, but it's quite an interesting story because it tells that even young children, when they do something wrong, they are aware of it and they know at what they are supposed to do, what is expected from them, and they act accordingly. So that is the story about the two young boys who belong to a very poor tribe. Okay, the setback, you can say, the setup of the story is Armenia. The setup is at Armenia, and these two boys were Armenian boys, and they were belonging to a particular tribe, and their tribe was particularly known for their honesty, to such extent that even they would die of hunger, they just cannot think of stealing or doing anything wrong, any sort of unfair thing or crime or any other thing. They just cannot imagine to do that. But belonging to, being part of that tribe, they did something which was against the rule of the tribe. But they were aware of it, that what they have done is against the rule of their tribe, and that's why at the end of the story you will find, though they were so young, how beautifully they handled the situation and kept the name of their tribe intact. Their tribe was, the honesty was the hallmark of their tribe, and they kept it intact. Okay, so this is the story. The narrator of the story, has named, the name of the narrator of the story is Aram. Okay, he is a 9 years old boy. The narrator of the story is a 9 years old boy. The two main characters, there are two main characters of the story. One is the narrator, the other is his cousin Morad. Narrator is 9 years old and Morad is 13 years old. So how the story starts? The story starts this way, that one day very early in the morning, it was dawn. Okay, the sun was not visible at the horizon. During that time, narrator, he heard a tapping on his window. Someone was tapping on his window. He was startled. He got up from his bed. He went running towards the window, And when he looked out of the window, what he saw, he just could not believe his own eyes. Why? Because he saw, though it was not very clear outside, because the sun was not yet visible in the sky, and it was still, darkness was still there, but whatever light was there, in that light he could see that his cousin Morad was sitting at the back of a beautiful white horse, and he was calling Aram to come. Aram understood that Morad had come to invite him for a horse ride. But the narrator, though he was too young to understand anything, but was quite matured enough to understand that Morad being a part of their tribe only, how did he manage to get a horse? That was the question that was going on in his mind. So at the first instance, he thought that, was he dreaming? He thought maybe he was dreaming. So he rubbed his eyes and again he tried to look outside clearly. When Morad saw him rubbing his eyes and again looking at him, Morad shouted at him and told him that whatever he was saying was correct. He was not dreaming at all. So narrator was now confused. At the first place, he was very fond of horse riding. He also had a long desire to go for a horse riding. He was getting an offer from Morad. Morad was ready to take him. But the second question that was going on in his mind was, how did Morad manage to get the horse? From where did he get the horse? How was it possible that he managed to buy a horse? Because their family, their tribe, the Garoglanian tribe, was one of the poverty-stricken tribe in their country. But though they were very poor, it was true, but still none of the people of their tribe could think of doing any such work which could ruin the name of their tribe. They just could not think of it. So how could Morad manage to get a horse? He was thinking. Morad's parents were not rich enough to buy him a horse. So narrator understood that if he has not purchased it, then he must have stolen it. Again, there was doubt. How can he do stealing? Stealing was against the rule of the tribe. How could Morad indulge in a crime which can bring a bad name to their tribe? That was something beyond his imagination. So, but that was the only possibility narrator could understand, which was more correct, that if Morad had not bought the horse, then he must have stolen it. Okay? So narrator was now confirmed that Morad must have stolen the horse. The question for him was, should he go and join him or should he not? Alright students, this much only in this video. We will continue with the rest of the story in the next videos.